Boom, 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 boom. This is Jared, and I'm back. Man, I'm so excited, you guys. Oh, man. Listen, all right, this is going to be a ride, but y'all can't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Please share. All right, I need your help sharing. All right, where's that photo? All right, let's make some noise in here. All right, please comment. Let's get this place rocking. All right, we've got a great show. All right, man, I'm excited for my co-host tonight. She's been a co-host before, and I wanted her to rock it with me again tonight because she brings it. All right, she's got a ton of knowledge, positivity, and man, I'm going to introduce her. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do her justice, so I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. But man, here we go. Elizabeth Sterling is going to be my co-host. That's right. I'm bringing her on. Here's a very special co-host. Welcome. Boom. Give her some welcome. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. What is up, Elizabeth? What is going on?
Hi, Jared. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good,
Man,
good.
it's
I
going to be awesome.
I love the new intro. I haven't seen that. I've been involved in a lot of extracurricular things.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen from my personal Facebook.
I have.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so I've been kind of like absent here lately, but I'm here.
No, thanks for
I
coming
still keep
on.
up. I
Yeah.
still keep up. Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for
You're
having me.
welcome. Yeah, so the video intro of one of them was the first time I've introduced it tonight is the one with the warriors in it, the Roman soldiers.
Uh-huh.
I made that myself and I played it tonight for the first time. So anybody
Awesome.
who so anybody who liked that video intro, it was supposed to be like a cinematic sort of feel. If you like that, please comment down below if you like it. All right, hit me up. All
It just
right.
kind of hit me by surprise. I was like,
Yeah,
"Woo!
brand
Jared's getting
new.
fancy."
Yeah. So let the kidney warriors who don't already know you or follow you, please
Okay.
introduce yourself. Let them know, how you're introduced to kidney disease, and give us a little idea of what you've been doing lately.
Well, I'm in stage 3B, polycystic kidney disease. Was diagnosed at the age of 21. I'm now 43. So I've managed to, at this point, stay off of dialysis and not evaluated for transplant yet. I've been on a medicine called GenRQ for the last 5 years. I was in trials for 3 of those 5, and then it went commercial. So it slowed down the progression of my disease quite a bit. I follow up with Vanderbilt in about 2 weeks. Quarantine has been quite interesting. I've been in the ER 4 or 5 times with kidney stones and UTIs. So, and I have to get some new scans done tomorrow. I'm actually getting a new MRI tomorrow of my abdominal area. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, but I mean, it's, take everything day at a time. Some of us can only take it a minute at a time, an hour at a time.
Right, right.
So, in my position, I feel fortunate to a degree, although it does suck at times. But we're here fighting kidney disease together,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of if we suffer from CSF, PKD, diabetic induced
Right.
kidney disease, whatever.
Lupus,
We're in the
whatever.
kidney
Right.
fight together. We're in this fight together. So we're a community. So I'm part of that community. So if anybody needs to reach out, hit my inbox up.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. All right, man. And I gotta say, I love the color of the hair. I love that.
Thank you. I got a little bored. I
Yeah.
got a little bored
No,
with my
I like
natural
it.
hair. My
Yeah, I
natural
love
hair
it.
was a little crazy, so I've got crazy during quarantine. A lot of us have.
No, I like it. I do. I like it a lot. So I'm going to be putting down the information for the person whom we're spotlighting tonight. I've got her transplant hospital information down below.
Okay,
So
awesome.
yeah, so her transplant hospital is at Penn State, so Penn Transplant or University of Penn, and we've got the living kidney donor transplant team phone number right there. So let's introduce our very special guest tonight. And so let's bring her on. Everybody give her a very warm Warriors Quest welcome when she comes on. And let's please share this. Don't be stingy. All right, please share this. Let's share this to Facebook groups. Share this to your own feed. And let's get this rocking so that we can reach as many people as possible tonight for our special guest. So I'm going to introduce her. We're going to be, as you already may know, we're going to be introducing Ellyne Dombro. And Ellyne, if I'm not mistaken, is from New Jersey. So I'm going to bring her on, everybody. All right. So here we go with the very special guest intro. That's right. Boom! Boom! Ellyne, welcome.
Hey,
Welcome.
Ellen.
Wow. What a wonderful opening you have.
Thanks. Thanks.
It's a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
It's a lot of
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah, so I'm going to rearrange you guys like musical chairs here. Wait a second,
Okay.
all right? All right, there we go. So we're going to put Ellyne
Yay.
right in the middle. All right,
Takes me back to kindergarten.
that's right. Because you're taking center stage tonight, Ellyne. We're spotlighting you. No,
Thank you, Jared.
you're welcome. So, man, I've got some comments here. I'm going to share some while we're talking, but thanks for watching, Uncle Jim. Man, I appreciate you sharing. Thanks for sharing, Uncle Jim.
Yeah. Ellen, Jim Myers is a really good contact too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He does a lot of good stuff for the kidney community. He's also a PKD patient.
Yes, he
Oh,
is.
awesome.
Yes.
So you can
So-
give me his information at the end of the broadcast.
Yeah.
That'd be
Sure.
great.
So any PKD disease patients or PKD kidney warriors in the house, please comment. All right, because we want Ellyne to feel support. We want her to feel encouraged tonight. So please comment if you also have PKD. I know Lisa Baxter does. We talked about that offline a moment ago. We've got Steve Belcher watching. He's under the Urban Health Outreach Media login information. Thanks for watching, Steve.
Hey,
Watching
Steve.
and driving.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. So, Ellyne, while I'm putting these comments up, please, I'm going to put you solo and I'm going to have you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. So, one of the common things we like to do is just kind of tell us how you were introduced to, the kidney disease.
Sure.
And when you first found out, and and kind of talk to us about how long this has been happening, and we can kind of go from there. We'll just have a conversation. It'll be real
Sure.
casual, and
Great.
we'll get your story told. All right.
Absolutely. So, hello
Sing
to
it.
everybody out there. I'm Ellyne Dombro. I had been diagnosed about almost 27 years ago when I was pregnant with my son, Scott. I had a normal ultrasound when I was pregnant with him, and the technician happened to notice that you had mentioned to me that you have several cysts on and around your kidneys. Now, I had no idea. So after he was born, I went to a geneticist and a nephrologist I was told to go see. Now, when I was pregnant with my daughter, Amy, I had a normal ultrasound, and the technician at that time didn't really see anything. So you raise your family. You don't really worry about these things. Was told, so I would see the nephrologist, who would go to him once a year for blood pressure checks, go over just to kind of give me an intro of what kidney disease. At that time, I had no idea really what it was about. He didn't really emphasize down the road, by the way, in the year 2000 and blank, you're going to need a kidney transplant. It wasn't presented like that. So through the years, he would check the numbers, not really my symptoms. So in about so bring you up to current, in about 2015, I decided, something in my mind said to go for a second opinion. So I decided to go to Penn, and the doctor I saw, I was just still a little nervous. I went with my husband, Roy, and we kind of got two different opinions, because the first doctor was saying, you're getting close to having a catheter placed because you're getting close to having to start with dialysis. But I had about a window of about 6 months to start with this new doctor. So I decided to switch to Penn, because when they mention the word dialysis and you don't know what they're talking about, and I spent 2 hours with a dialysis nurse going over the notes, I had to find a location of where I was going to do my treatments. The location where I started in Cherry Hill was not warm and fuzzy, so I had to go beyond. So when I went at Penn, I wanted to go on a tour. I wanted to see where I was going to be spending so much of my time once I would start. Okay. And I ended up switching to them, and I haven't looked back. And I would recommend them to anybody. They're just great.
All right. So generally PKD is like many people have it like in different generations. Do you have anybody else in your family?
In my family, I did become like an investigator once I found out what I had. So my grandparents did not pass away from it, and my parents, one of them had the mutation and passed it on to either myself, and I have 3 brothers. So I think one of my middle brother, he may need a kidney one day. So basically, I wasn't sure. Like when I became this investigator, I couldn't find it anywhere in my family. Wow. I tried to go back as far as I could, but it didn't give me any information. So I feel that the mutation that was passed on from one of my parents went to the siblings, and that's how I interpreted it. Okay. So, and the geneticist kind of agreed in the beginning as well. It could be that way. It didn't mean that my parents had to have it. It could have skipped them. So like you said, Elizabeth, you may have had it in your family, but it's a very different. I can't find anyone in my family who has any kidney issues. So.
Did they label it as autosomal recessive or autosomal dominant?
That's a great question.
I think it was recessive.
Okay, yeah.
I think so.
I'm autosomal dominant. So that's where the family history comes into play when autosomal dominant, and recessive is more of a mutative kind of thing. Yeah.
That's what I agree. I think so.
Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah. So like the form of PKD that I have is slower progressing, so slower progressive than what she has. Okay. But not in all cases though. I mean, everybody's different. Okay. Everybody's different. But autosomal dominant does tend to be a slower growth than recessive.
Right. So with PKD, when you're on dialysis, when you get to that point, your creatinine serum is elevated to a certain number, and your GFR is depleted. That means no kidney function or very little kidney function. So as the creatinine was elevated, the GFR would go down. Yeah. And then if you don't do dialysis, you're not going to live, basically. That's pretty much the answer.
It is, yeah.
Right. But when they
basically
explain it,
hospice.
it's kind of confusing. It's very overwhelming because you have to make a decision as to
Right.
what type of dialysis you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So-
when you talk about the way they explain it and and the way they communicate it to you, you had said something that Steve had a question about. So you had mentioned
Sure.
that when they were talking to you, and I suppose it was the people at the clinic, and you didn't get a warm fuzzy. He's just asking what you meant by that.
Okay. So in the Cherry Hill location, when I had to make these decisions, and it was just overwhelming to me, when I went to stop in, so to speak, and meet the nurse and their team,
Okay.
I wasn't greeted with this, well, you don't really need to stop by until you start dialysis. And I
No
felt
way.
yes. And the social worker was very rude because she was saying, oh, you can stop by anytime and say hello to me. I want to meet everybody. I don't need to just see you per se. And I kind of got a feeling that, and the hours for dialysis were only the morning. And at that time, I didn't know my work schedule, and the afternoon would have been better for me.
Wow.
So all these things were early on, and you have to make these decisions. And I was fighting through tears at this point because you don't know. You just don't know. But when they gave me this tour and explained things, I felt like I was at home.
Okay. So you were a little more
more
you were a little bit more,
comfortable.
a little more assured that,
yes,
exactly. that it's
right.
not a death sentence, that there are things that you can do. Yeah.
It feels that because you don't know you're looking at these rooms, but you don't really know what dialysis is at this point. I wasn't even trained on the machine or even manual. I just heard the word.
Right. So Lisa's asking if you've ever been afraid to maybe pass this on to your child.
Yes, my daughter has PKD, and I already have her in the system with my nephrologist. So it's early stages. She just has to be careful of her salt, and her blood pressures have to be checked, and just make sure she drinks a lot of water. And I just want her to stay as healthy as possible so she doesn't have to go through what I'm going through.
All right.
Yeah, I passed it on to my son as well. He's 21, and he's still in stage 1. So
yeah, I didn't have my son tested yet. I'm just not. I don't think I have to at this point. I may later on, but I think he may be okay. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he just.
I don't know if he's still watching, but it looks like he was watching. So thanks for watching,
there he is.
Scott.
Go, Mom.
Yeah. Scott, and Amy there.
Yeah, Amy. Well, thanks for watching, Scott and Amy. We've got some people cheering for you tonight. It's awesome. I love support that way. So this is really nice.
Grateful. So grateful to you, Jared, and Elizabeth, and your team, Jared. It just means so much to me. What a wonderful thing you can do for people like us.
Yeah, they do. They do an amazing job for kidney patients.
Hello, Angelo. He was amazing too.
He was. I wanted to bring up his he is. And I wanted to bring up his comment because Angelo, Ellen actually said how she was inspired by your comments and your feedback from last week's episode.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So thanks for watching, Angelo. And he's even saying go Ellen. So thank you. Thanks, Angelo.
Thank you, Angelo.
Yeah, this is awesome. So I want to ask you something. So Ellen, when you felt a little bit like the direction that Penn State, that when they were giving you more information and you said you felt more comfortable, was it maybe was it necessarily the whole environment?
Yes.
Or what was it? Maybe the doctors? Tell us a little bit about what made you feel more comfortable.
Okay, so when I went into their sort of like their reception area, and they kind of showed me around. The nurse that kind of took me under her wing, Margaret, she kind of trained me from day one. But it wasn't just her. It was the others that would come in and take over if she had to step away. But the training process is so it's like opening a book, an algebra book, and having to learn it all over again,
Oh,
or
no.
learn something new, because the machine is foreign. You don't know what you're looking at until it becomes familiar. But just, I think just the tour itself and the kindness of their team, their staff, getting to know them after a period of time, asking questions when you're not sure what you're going to expect.
Yeah.
And I was so overwhelmed and so nervous in the beginning because I didn't know. I didn't even really sit in the room and learn. That wasn't even the training period. That was just meeting the team, so to speak, and kind of going through their stations, basically.
All right.
I just felt this kindness, and I knew that I would be comfortable with them.
You know, kindness.
You have to do this. I think you have to go and find what makes you happy, what makes you content, because you're going to be going every month.
Sure.
So that was what I felt.
No, I absolutely agree with you. Elizabeth, what do you think about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too. You know, I'm really comfortable with my doctors at Vanderbilt. I had the same nephrologist for like 17 years, and I just wasn't getting the care that I thought that I needed. So off to Vanderbilt I went, and that was the best move I could make. My doctor specializes in PKD. So, you know, I got very fortunate there. You know, just, you know, people with PKD in general, we need a different kind of structure, a different kind of care. I think, because it's so specific.
The doctors at Penn are also pretty amazing too. I mean, I'm very comfortable with the one I see. It's just that, you know, when you know, Elizabeth, when you know, you just feel it like this over your shoulder. You feel this calmness when you see them, because you know they understand you. So
yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that your team of doctors and your network and your support groups play a very vital role in your mood, how you feel, you know, being able to open up to people, talk about things that other people that you're actually around really don't understand. I mean, there's been times that I've come to Jared, I've come to the PKD groups, you know, just, you know, frustrated about a lot of things that I can open up and talk about and they understand. Whereas, you know, if I were to talk to my significant other or my girlfriends, whatever, it's, you know, they don't really, they can empathize, but they just don't get it. So, you know, to have that support system and have the right doctors and have that kind of, that
critical,
feel of comfort, it's critical. Yeah, it is critical. So
I just started a support group with this unit. It took 5 years because of all of the red tape, so to speak, and all of the protocols. And then with COVID, it had to stop. So we're just restarting again through WebEx or through Zoom next week. So I'm really excited because, like you said, Elizabeth, mentally, I think your mental health sometimes takes a little bit of a toll. You just need to talk to others, and even in-center patients, along with PD. Yeah. So I'm excited.
I mean, I see a therapist. I mean, she specializes in just general patients with chronic illness. So, but I mean, you know, between her and my support groups and my personal support system, my mental health is actually really good. Really good. I keep it in check.
I commend you. I do. And here's the thing, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you, is that I've seen a counselor, you know, and the thing is that more people should feel more comfortable with seeing a counselor, because
mental health needs to be normalized.
Yes, which is, you know, we've got a great show on the Urban Health Outreach Media called Mental Health and Me. It's fairly new and it's needed. people who are going through kidney disease, you know, have, like you have said, okay, have a different sort of challenge. Even, you know, and when you're going through that, all right, it's good to have somebody who can help you. And,
Hmm.
you know, and this person, Sade is her name, is great. She's very, you know, please, if you get a chance, listen to her. She's got a great personality. She's very likable, very approachable too. But you know, I really believe that more people need to be more open to the idea of seeing a counselor, because if we all, you know, because if we get the flu, or you know, if we get, I don't know, if we were sick, okay, we feel totally comfortable going to go see the doctor, right? Our family doctor. Why is
Yeah.
it that there's such a stigma, all right, when we need mental health? You know, it's not fair that there's such a stigma that some of us feel like we can't go see a doctor when we need mental health, when we have a problem. And that's a shame on our society. And anyway, so I'll get off my box.
That's
No,
okay.
it's a great box to be on because
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the truth. It's the truth.
right.
You know,
Hey,
it's people like to point fingers at people who seek mental health, but the people that aren't seeking mental health are the ones that are really struggling,
right.
that need it the
Also,
most, and
yeah.
Absolutely.
they're afraid to reach out
Uh-huh.
Right.
because they don't want that judgment there.
Yeah,
When in actuality, the judgment is really not there once you walk into that situation.
it
It's
shouldn't be.
how to work
Well,
through your problems and how to
right.
deal with your own personal thoughts and your feelings and how you're feeling emotionally, physically, mentally. It should all be there and it should be normalized.
Absolutely. It should be normalized. Debbie Beeson, thanks for watching, Debbie.
Yeah,
Hope
Debbie,
everything is,
thank you.
yeah, I hope
Uh,
everything's going well with you, Debbie. So she's asking, have you started dialysis? So would you talk a little bit about that?
sure. I did start dialysis in June of 16, and that's for anyone that's listening, that's either may need dialysis down the road or is on dialysis right now. I chose peritoneal,
Mm-hmm.
PD. So
Okay.
there's a catheter in my abdomen near my belly button area on the left side. I again, they explained to you, I chose that because at the time I was working and I thought the treatment is you can do the treatments at night and you could do whatever you need to do during the day, whether it's work or
Okay.
whatever you need to do.
All
So
right.
an adjustment to your body. I've been doing it since June of 16. So it's going over 4 years and a couple of months. And, you know, it's the normal routine to me. It's just like getting dressed. So you just disconnect in the morning and you
All
connect
right.
at night. My family has been really supportive in helping me. The bags are very
Awesome.
heavy that have to go on the
Awesome.
machine. So shout to Amy, Scott, and Roy for helping me with that. They're very supportive, and it's a lot to take on, but you make a system that works for you. So uh,
Do you
it's
mind?
not uncomfortable. The machine walks you through it. It's just a process. You have to learn it, and once you get used to it, I would say this was the best for me. I
All
had to
right.
go on I had a port for 2 months after I had my surgery. So that was not a lot of fun. That was hemo for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Not the greatest feeling. A lot of headaches were endured, but then I switched back to peritoneal after the healing. So, but if anybody wants to know more about it, I'll help you any way I can because, uh, yeah, it's a little bit of an adjustment, but I think better than a fistula in your arm, just for me. So
For
anyone that's
you. Hmm.
listening, if anybody has and prefers, that's fine for them. But I just
Right.
wanted to try this. This was best for me.
I have a quick question. A lot of times I read in the support groups that people that are on peritoneal dialysis experience drain pain.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I'm not familiar with that as of right now. So, um, you know,
Basically, what the drain pain is that the fluid basically, the initial drain is the fluid that's in your belly already, which I have some. I have like 1,000 milliliters, so some of it's removed.
Okay.
And then it fills with the fluid fills into your belly, and it dwells there for an hour and a half or so. What happens is when it drains, the drain pane feels like a little rubber band is getting tight around your tummy. It's just the change over from the draining of the fluid and getting ready to fill again. So you can bypass this on the machine because at times it's very uncomfortable, but everybody's different. So for me, I had to adjust it so that I could get to the fill state section, because after the drain, it's just uncomfortable for a little bit.
Okay.
But it does happen every so often.
Are you
and
used
it can
to
be
it?
from the solutions too.
So even when you get that, is that something that, you know, has happened somewhat routinely or irregularly, that you're used to it?
It actually happens towards the end of the treatment for me. I'll come to the end, and right before I have to have a last fill, I'll see the last drain, and it's almost like as if you're getting close to the end. But the drain pane can be uncomfortable for me if I have to mix solutions, 2 yellow versus a yellow and a green. But it happens every so often, and it all depends on your blood pressures and your weight.
Gotcha. All right. So
that makes sense.
So you have to take your blood pressure and your weight every day, in the morning and at night. And if your blood pressure is too high for that day, then you would just use green. The green, it has a sugar substitute in it, like dextrose, but it's not a heavy amount of sugar. It just helps with the toxins and getting rid of them. But the yellow is a little, it's better for if you have high, I think it's I get confused sometimes. It's either you use the yellow if your blood pressure is too high, and you use the green if you need, or it's the reverse. It's either or. I get confused sometimes.
It's all right.
I'm sure
I have to really read my notes.
I'm sure that Steve could answer that question.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve had been on dialysis as well.
No, Steve Belcher. He's the he does the Urban Kidney Outreach Media Program.
Yeah, Steve is a registered nurse. He worked at a dialysis clinic for a long period of time. And there, just before this show tonight, there was I'm going to plug it in. He's a good, a good friend of the Urban Health Outreach Media, is Dad Vice TV. Okay.
Yeah, Dad Vice.
Yeah, that's right. So James Fabin or Fabin, I always forget how his last name's pronounced, but he has a YouTube channel called Dad Vice TV, and James had a doctor on tonight, and this doctor talked about PD and went into really good detail about peritoneal dialysis. It's a really good show. So I would encourage anybody who's on PKD or who has been on it previously to watch it. But great guy, has a lot of following on YouTube. So you talked a little bit about your support, Ellen. And I love that, because to go through something hard, you have to have.
I can't thank my husband Roy, Amy and Scott. They've really been through a lot with me, especially when I had my surgery. That was tough. I will not lie. And the recovery took a while, but it's just having a good support system, having your family, if they're able to help you, it's great. I know there's a lot of people out there that are single parents and have to do it all by themselves. I was listening into another support group, and this woman had called in, and she too had a lot going on, not just, she also was diabetic and had some other health issues. So when you look at other people that have it worse than you step back and say, there's others that are also going through their own difficulties, so to speak.
Right.
But support is so.
It is.
And
And
somebody, some people don't have anybody.
Yes.
you're exactly right.
Exactly.
You are exactly right,
Exactly.
Elizabeth. And and I knew your story a little bit already, Ellen. And when God works in mysterious ways, He does. But
Yes.
Elizabeth posted something on Facebook, and then all of a sudden I remember she has PKD, and so when I read Elizabeth's post, I thought, I don't know what she's doing, but I'm gonna reach out and see if she can co-host tonight. I just thought it would be kind of a great connection. All right.
Sure.
And I'm glad I did, because again, it does work really well. All right. When, just like you said, in these support groups, when you have somebody who has something in common, there can be a bond. And when you feel like someone else is with you, so to speak, is going through what you're going through, you don't feel alone. And there's something powerful about that. Right, Elizabeth?
Yeah. There's so many different parts of the journey. And when you get involved in these support groups, you always can find somebody that's kind of close to where you are and experiencing some of the same things that you are. So, I encourage everyone, get in support groups. They're all over Facebook. See a therapist if you need it. If you don't have a personal support system, there is support out there, and people do realize and understand what you're going through. And I think it's really important.
In the very beginning, this was very overwhelming when I went to the first diagnostic. Overwhelming. And Roy, my husband, went with me, and there was a lot of information thrown at you. Then you have to kind of sort it out. Take baby steps on all of the little things you have to adjust, your diet. I had to talk to a dietitian. And like you said, Elizabeth, a lot of it's where you have to kind of sort it out. It makes sense, but why? You think to yourself, why me? And at the very beginning of this, almost 7 years ago, I said, I don't understand. I didn't even really understand kidney disease. And then I thought, I'm alone. I'm by myself with this. How do I reach out? But I ended up reaching out to a couple organizations to get me through, because I didn't know mentally what this was. And then like you said, your journey starts, and you start to just learn about it, read about it, and you want to know more, and you get involved with these organizations, and it changes your life.
I remember sitting at the table with my granddad when I was like 5 years old, counting all of his medications out. Wow. I watched a helicopter. I watched him.
You remember that as a child?
Oh yeah, as a child, yeah, I was raised around PKD. Yeah. I've watched several family members go through dialysis and transplant, and it's just. I even went to dialysis with my mother sometimes, and it's not very pleasant to watch. But what Debbie just said, knowledge is power.
It is. I'll bring that up.
And that applies to all areas.
Debbie became my new friend from Facebook, from Jared's presentation, and Jay he presented a story about her, and I think it's wonderful that we can connect in this kidney community, so to speak, because it means so much, especially now when things we need each other. We need to support each other and help each other through this, even after transplant, just to kind of be there.
Yeah. So. And, in the PKD group, some people are, not on dialysis. Some of them are dialyzing. Some of them are post-transplant, so you've got all kinds of different chapters. There's, different chapters.
And also during dialysis too, a couple of friends had come to sit with me, that meant so much to me. That's a tough time to go through, but it's great. Like you said, as long as you have support, and friends will be there for you, and that's all that matters, because I would do for them, and that's how I feel. So
Jared, we need to hook her up with Steve and Tamika too.
Yeah.
Steve and Tamika do a lot of dialysis podcasts and stuff.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that would be a good resource for you as well. So I did a podcast with Steve and Tamika. I think it was back in April, right after COVID hit. It was like the end of March, 1st of April, somewhere around there. You could probably find in the archives.
Right, you can find. Yeah.
I did a section on PKD with them, but they do a lot of dialysis shows. So, what did Lisa say?
Yeah, let me bring it up again. So I was the fourth one to get on dialysis out of my sister, brother, and 2 more siblings got on after me. Only one was on because of diabetes, and he didn't have PKD. So
wow,
she has a lot of family that has PKD, and she herself was on dialysis for 12 years, if I remember her story well, and she's a kidney transplant recipient now.
Wow. It's Lisa. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Lisa Baxter. She does a lot of kidney advocacy
awesome.
too.
Lisa, that's awesome.
She does a lot of kidney advocacy. Bleh. I can't get it out of my mouth.
Lisa's the host of the Lisa Baxter Show on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern.
I think I've seen a few of her shows and very, very excited to see what she does too.
Yeah, she's a great resource. So hopefully we can get you connected with her, as many other people as possible, because I totally agree with you. It's very powerful when we unite and we get together as a kidney disease community, because we're much stronger together, all right, than we are alone.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, people like Ellyne and I need people like you to help advocate for us. I mean, Jared doesn't even have kidney disease, and he's out here advocating for the kidney community. Isn't it your brother? Doesn't your brother have PKD though?
I have an older brother that
your older brother.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have an older brother who has PKD, and I have an uncle that has PKD, and then my twin brother, his wife is CKD. She has chronic kidney disease because of high blood pressure.
Okay.
So that's my kidney disease connection. To an uncle, a brother. I think my older brother is probably the closest to being on dialysis between him and my uncle. I think my older brother maybe stage 3. So I think something like that. Yeah. But man, the way that we can come together is really, really strong. So please, don't be stingy. All right, don't be stingy. Let's share this. All right. Sharing is caring, and let's care a whole lot.
Share your spare. Share your spare.
Share us. All right, share it, and also not only is sharing caring, but commenting is also caring, because I know I probably say this a lot. I'm going to say it again, but Facebook will show this if we get a lot of engagement. So please comment, and that shows engagement, and Facebook will show this broadcast to more people if there is a lot of engagement. Jared rocks this and gives so much to the kidney.
He does. He really does.
Thank you. I'm going to do this till the day I die. All right. I'm going to do this until I don't have any more breath in my lungs. And I'm going to keep doing it, and I'll probably keep trying to change things so that each and every time I do this, I make it better for you all. So, like I said, I tried out a new video intro tonight for the first time.
Yay!
Comment if you like it. But we need more people advocating. We need more living kidney donors. In fact,
yes, we do.
As I was saying that, she just put that up there. That's a coincidence.
A shout out to the PKD Foundation. I help fundraise every year. We do walks, and now virtual walks. So my family, Amy, Roy, Scott, and friends, close friends, and other family have participated in the walks just to fundraise and raise some money for their foundation and National Kidney Foundation as well. So there's great people in that foundation.
Yeah.
Shout out to Danielle and Sue and oh my gosh, there's Nicole. There's just a great team out there.
No, thank you for bringing that up, because I think one of the photos that I saw when I looked at your Facebook feed is that there is a photo of you on a walk. Is that right?
Yes, that was that could have been national. I had my shirts on, and there was 2 walks, and that could have been nationals or that could have been PKD. I think it was PKD.
All right.
That walk, I fundraised for them. I do fundraise for national, but PKD is kind to my heart, and they both mean a lot. But that was the first walk I did when I first had my diagnostic workup, and I found out about it quickly and started. I've been walking with them what would have been 7 or 8 years, but now we're virtual. So great organization too.
It is, yes.
So, yeah, I advertise with my business cards. I'm an auctioneer. And on the back of my business card, I have the PKD.org website printed on the back of my business card.
Love it.
So every time I give somebody a business card, I'm also advertising for, hey,
it's on there,
it's on here. Let's do something.
Right.
So that's one way that I kind of that's one way that I kind of get it out there a little bit. But I'm not silent about my illness. I'm not silent about PKD at all. If I meet somebody new and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm not afraid to explain.
No, I'm not. I've explained it.
That's why I love your personality, Elizabeth. I don't think you're silent about anything. That's what I like that. I love that though.
Well, Lisa Baxter just said a few minutes ago, I saw it pop up. She's like, I talk too much. I could. No, girl, you do not. We need that voice. There it is. We need that voice. We need those voices.
Absolutely.
But when you talk to your friends and your family, they don't, like you said, Elizabeth, they don't really know the sheer what you're going through, so to speak. They see it, but they don't feel it or endure it. And it's a good way to vent, because my husband's heard so much of some of the difficulties in the beginning, and and my friends too. They're there for you to listen, but that's what friends do.
Right. That's what friends do.
And they understand it to a degree, but when they're not going through it, like you said, this community here within this little circle that Jared has made even much larger. It's nice to. I have met a few people just from this broadcast that he's done for Debbie and even Angelo. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa
walks with you,
and Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa Baxter and I are getting ready to open you up to a whole new world.
Yeah.
They say.
I like it. Let's do this. Let's introduce her to a whole new community. So she says, Lisa says, I do the walk every year, PKD, NKF, and get your beer in gear, colon cancer. Yes. I love that. Get your beer in gear, and it's about colon cancer. I love that. And then she says, you guys got jokes. No, seriously, we're not joking.
No, we're serious, Lisa. Yeah. We're serious.
So, Ellen, so Susan had said she loves doing the walks with you.
She's a great friend. Susan's been there. She's very supportive. She enjoys, and I'm so grateful that she's there. There's been some crazy weather days. Either it's real hot or it's real cold. And we do it rain or shine. And I so appreciate her support. And it means a lot. It really does. It's a great day. Because you're there with that community. They're walking for someone. They're walking for you.
Yeah.
And you meet people along the way. I when I walked at National one year, I went by myself. I didn't even go with my husband. And I just went in the line where everyone was walking and just started talking to someone. Who were you walking for or with? And I just stayed with them. I did like maybe what Elizabeth would have done, just wanted to meet someone new. And it was great. It was just so great.
Good. Yeah. Isn't it nice when you get to meet new people?
Yes.
Whether it's at a walk,
especially
or
in this
a
community.
support group. because
Yes.
you get a different perspective each and every time. Because, even though the disease connects us all together, each person reacts differently or has a different experience. It's not the same.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right.
It's
They have,
inspiring.
yeah, like a lot, whoever's listening into this broadcast might have a different experience of what they've been through. I'm just sharing what I've endured, but
Mm-hmm.
some of you have different symptoms or things that you've tried to manage, and you just make it work for you.
Okay. So, Ellen, what are one of the things I try to do is, so for those that aren't familiar with what your struggles are, for anybody that we want to kind of be inspired, a living kidney donor is what I'm talking about. Someone who maybe doesn't have a connection necessarily. Maybe this person doesn't have a loved one who has kidney disease, or maybe this person doesn't know anybody directly who has kidney disease, PKD or otherwise. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe some of the ways that maybe you've struggled, whether it's insomnia or any of the other common things that cramping or any other things that
Oh,
that
yes.
kidney disease can bring about?
In the very beginning, even before my nephrectomy, I would wake up with these calf and ankle cramps
All right, all right.
every hour or
Mhm.
so. Go back to sleep, and then again, if you move a certain way while you're lying down, it causes this cramping. And when I had ended up talking to my doctor about it, he was saying that sometimes you do get these muscle spasms or cramping. It was not a lot of fun, a little uncomfortable. You have to walk it off, of course. So it's the middle of the night.
Oh my
And then you
God.
go back to sleep, and sometimes it starts again.
Yeah,
So
that can't be a
that
full
was
night's
one of the
sleep.
struggles. That was
Yeah.
not fun. And then the insomnia would happen in the very early on. I remember after I started the dialysis, I couldn't sleep one night, and I thought, oh, this is not how it's going to be. So I needed something like a sleeping pill, so to speak, not something heavy, but just something to make it so a little bit easier.
Okay.
Your body really has to adjust what you're going through.
Hmm.
And eventually, you just get used to it. I'm not saying that these spasms or these leg cramps are fun, but they kind of stopped after my surgery, and when I had my port placed and I had dialysis through the port, I didn't have as many leg cramps. So I don't know if it has to do with circulation or just the way the dialysis goes through your body. It's everyone's different, so I don't
Right.
know if you've endured it too. Whoever is listening in, I just know that it's not fun when it happens.
What do your
No.
potassium? What do your potassium levels look like?
So the potassium right now, I actually have my labs done this morning. So for
All right.
once, this is like odd because I'm usually my levels are either too high or too low, but they're actually at a good number. I think the potassium is supposed to be in the 5.5 range. If it goes above a certain number, they kind of look at you and want you to adjust certain things in your diet.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
But I was
So
talking about in correlation to your leg cramps.
Right.
oh, well, that was one of my questions to him, and he didn't really seem to be saying that it was just potassium. I thought it was either lack of fluid or the way
Yeah.
the fluid is going through your body. But the
Or they pull
potassium
too
was
much off.
never red flagged. It was never a major issue.
Hmm.
Well, that's
So
good.
yeah, so thank God. And I
Right.
thought the phosphorus plays a role in your body as well,
Hmm.
Oh my
but that
God. Doesn't
sometimes
ever.
goes up
Yeah.
and down too.
Hmm.
So, but
It's
those
like a
levels seem,
yo-yo.
yes, it
Right.
is definitely like a yo-yo.
Hmm.
And in the
So.
very, very beginning, I was so concerned about everything I was eating, basically, that I I was actually going against the system. I would skip a meal or not eat anything, and that wasn't good. But I was so in my head about this is I got to get this. I got to do better than this. I got to make it work for me.
Okay.
Right.
But when you're not sure, and then you have to learn how to read labels, You have to read the percentage of the sodium that is on these different food groups, and you just have to make adjustments and be careful.
Yeah, you have to watch for hidden ingredients too.
Absolutely.
So,
Right.
I mean, I fast about 14 hours a day.
Oh, okay.
I eat one meal and then I snack, and then I typically fast for 14.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like intermittent fasting, or how do you mean that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if I get hungry, I'll eat something, but
right.
It's
I
typically
don't know if
12, 14 hours.
Can do that because for a while there, I didn't even have much of a regular normal appetite in the very beginning. It was, I would be hungry some days, sometimes not, or I would make something and then not want to eat it. And that happens. I'm sure there's people that are listening and feel the same way. There's so many things that you can come across that might affect you differently than the next person. Or maybe they're saying, oh yeah, that happened to me. So
yeah. So man, this is awesome. Look, Lori's saying so proud of you.
I love you, Lori.
So cool.
It's great.
And I want to shout out to Deanna Satterwhite. She's been a guest on my show recently as well. Hope you're doing well, Deanna. In fact, she just had a birthday recently. So happy belated birthday. Hope you're doing well. She says her potassium and phosphorus have caused me to be hospitalized several times, and they said mine wasn't a red flag either until then. Both levels were either too high or too low as well. I'm finally at a point where they're more stable. So she can relate. Thanks for your feedback, comments, Deanna.
Yeah, because I mean, if your potassium is too low or too high, it can be very fatal.
Yeah.
Oh yes, very much so.
And I drink a lot of water. The GenRQ makes me drink a lot of water. So I'm drinking anywhere from 6 to 8 liters a day. So I'm not very hungry.
Yeah, I can't.
And I know you're on restriction.
Right. I can't do that. I don't measure exactly about how much fluid, but I get an idea pretty much of what I'm drinking, so to speak. But I can't drink that much because I already have the fluid in my body from the dialysis solution that stays in my tummy. I don't feel it. But
interesting.
Yeah.
And that was another question. Actually, I'm going to put the link here, by the way. So that it's going to be in the comments section, everybody. It just so happens tonight, again, I watched a video earlier tonight before the show on Dadvice TV. So here's the link for the episode or show that James did on Dadvice TV. James actually asked the doctor, well, how do people feel when they're on PD? So that's a fair question, and the doctor couldn't necessarily answer it directly because he's the doctor and he's not on PD. But he just basically said how patients, said they felt. But how does it make you feel, Ellen, when you're on PD? You talked about you feel the fluid. So do you feel more refreshed because you dialyze every day?
No, it's funny that you asked that, Jared, and that was asked to me by someone else too. And it doesn't really make me feel refreshed. It helps remove the toxins so you can continue for your day.
Right.
But the thing that is tough is it's just an adjustment. So when you have the treatment at night, like I was even telling my husband Roy, that trying to wake up sometimes in the morning, you kind of feel almost a little bit tired, and then you get used to, I'm going to get up and going to get moving. But it kind of like makes you need to rest, but then because you're up half the time during the night, you're not really sleeping throughout the night, either getting up because the machine beeped because I turned a certain way.
All right.
Or I need to readjust my pillows. It's kind of hard to get comfortable, so to speak, too.
Interesting.
But it doesn't really make you feel refreshed, but sort of makes you feel okay because you can start your day once your treatment is done. But I mean, I have to do it, and thank God I can. There's some people that when I saw these patients in center, when I had the port placed, I felt sad for them because they're having to do it a different way.
Yeah.
And I'm not familiar with the fistula, so to speak, or their port. So it's interesting, and they also may have some fatigue as well. I don't know, but everyone's different.
I have terrible fatigue right now. You know,
Right.
I stay tired.
Yeah.
And I'm pre-dialysis, pre-transplant.
Right.
And some people are asymptomatic. They don't, they
Right.
go to the doctor and get some blood work done, and they have 7% function, and they feel normal.
Right.
I know.
So it's different for all of us. I mean, I stay tired. I stay tired right now, and I don't sleep well, and feel sluggish the next day. And
a little sluggish,
it's just it's just the beast of the disease.
Yes.
I think.
I don't know how everyone else feels. I know there is some fatigue along the way, maybe during the day, but if you keep busy and you do things, even if it's in your house and you're doing things around your house or running an errand or something, it helps. It helps then just not sitting there pondering, okay, how am I feeling? That kind of thing. So
I mean, I get up and I move around and I work. So but by the time I get home, I'm just like,
I know. Well, if you've worked all day, then I understand.
Yeah. But it's and I'm not anemic either.
That's good.
So
that's good.
So I mean that does play a major role. With your energy levels if you're anemic too. And I'm
a big connection that way. Right.
My doctor even told me, she said, don't you dare take any vitamins with iron in it because you have plenty.
You have plenty.
So that's that's a plus.
I actually have had some low readings for the hemoglobin. So I've had to take EPO and give myself like injections every other week to kind of boost up the red blood cells or the white blood cells. So they help. So that's another thing that could show up in your labs too. So
the numbers are very important, and I love that you're being a self-advocate that way, that you're paying attention and you're learning what they are and what they mean and stuff like that. It's awesome. So what I'd like to do is just I'd like to talk about just very briefly before we end the show. All right, that yes, PD, peritoneal dialysis, all right, is a good life support for you. Okay, it is keeping you alive, and
correct,
and that's good because right now, all right, you need it. However, with that being said, okay, a better quality of life would be a transplant. All right,
correct.
and because those that are in your condition right now, all right, hopefully they can comment below as well, and they can help others that don't understand. Please comment and so that we can bring to light, okay, why a transplant is a better quality of life. Now, it's not a cure. It's not a cure. There is not a cure for kidney disease, but a transplant with her condition, because she's an end-stage renal disease, okay, a transplant is a better quality of life, okay? And she still will have kidney disease, yes, but it will be a better quality of life. And so we're asking strongly, okay, once again, I said earlier, don't be stingy. All right, share this, please, because we wanted to connect with somebody who's open to saving her life. And so what I'd like to do, all right, is give you a moment to basically give us an idea of why you would like somebody to take that step.
Well, as you know, or whoever's listening in out there who's on dialysis or needs to go on, and you know that this is going to help save your life, the better way of life is that you're not attached to any machines, whether it be in center or on peritoneal. I know that my friends have heard me say every year that goes by, And I'm very hopeful because I know that miracles happen all the time and you have to stay strong, even though some days I feel weak. But this organization of all these different people that have gone through what I'm going through, especially Angela, when I wanted to jump through the computer because his story was so much like mine. And I know we're all in this together, but I think for a better way of life and not being attached to a machine would be the best thing. Also, travel is sometimes a little tricky because the solutions in the machine have to go with you. You have to be careful. You can't leave it on the plane.
I should be done in about 10 minutes.
And so I think it's a better way of life for all of us if we can live without having a machine attached, although there's patients out there that prefer maybe dialysis over transplant. But I think for me, I would like to get a kidney one day and live a life where I don't have to be worrying about all of the extra things that you have to do with dialysis. So I like to give back to patients now, and I have helped them by listening to their stories and being an advocate for them through the National Kidney Foundation. And it makes me feel good inside too, because I know what they're going through. So, and they're coming into this just now. So their journey is just beginning. They have to wait a little bit. They're maybe just listed, but they too want to not be on this dialysis for a long period of time.
Absolutely, yes.
So
very nice.
I know.
No, nicely said. And man, Debbie, again, I like her comments here. You radiate such positivity and hope.
Mm-hmm.
And you do. And I love that because that's exactly what we're trying to do tonight for you. And for anybody whoever else is listening tonight.
Yes.
Okay, we want to give hope because hope is very powerful. It's infectious. I want to infect everybody with hope tonight because hope can be alive. All right. Hope can be something we can all have tonight. We want to give it to Ellen. We want to give it to everybody who's listening. I want it. Elizabeth wants it.
Yeah.
Okay? Once we have it, all right, once we have hope, then we can look forward to the next day, okay?
Absolutely.
We can look forward to the sun rising in the morning when we have hope, okay? Because we're not fearful for the night because there's darkness, because we know the sun will come in the morning again. We want more hope. So please, everybody, let's give Ellen more hope, all right? Let's give her the support that she needs. I'm excited to do that, everybody. So what I'd like to do just very briefly is thank Elizabeth. My gosh, it's been simply fantastic having you here tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. The connection with PKD was something that I couldn't pass up to ask you, and I'm glad that you came on so that we can have you bring your feedback and your experience, which is necessary. Thank you so much.
Well,
Thank you, Elizabeth.
it always, you're welcome. I mean, it always helps to have somebody else who can relate to another patient in some, to some degree. So, one thing that I like to say and I stick to is attitude is half of the battle. Keep a positive attitude about it. And one day, hopefully soon, you'll get that gift of life. Yeah. I've seen it happen often too many times, not too many times, but oftentimes, it does. You never know when that phone's going to ring.
Right. Now, I've had a few calls so far, but they've been either declined or the kidneys weren't healthy. And I understand. It's a little disappointing or frustrating, but, I got to keep moving and not let it get to you. And then, like you said, eventually that call will come in and
that call's
I will believe in it.
Yeah. So, but I'll definitely link up with you probably tomorrow with some good links, with some good support groups and stuff.
That'd be awesome.
And some names for you. I'm sure Jared and I will, share the same names with you. A few of them. Some of them are watching the podcast now, so they may reach out to you themselves.
Oh, that's great. That'd be so great.
especially Steve Belcher and Tamika Gaines and Lisa Baxter for sure. Audrey Bella Langston would be another good one.
Yes.
Yeah, Audrey would be a really good one. So, I have names for you. Jared has names for you. If anybody else, watching the podcast has a name that they can drop for Ellen to reach out to, drop it. Reach out to her. Let her know that she's not alone in this battle.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I appreciate that. Yeah. I know there's a lot of people that are listening in and know that it's not easy. And I know what you're going through. Some of you have expressed the same, or just starting out in this journey, so to speak. So we'll all get to that finish line.
Absolutely. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Tonight. All right.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. God bless you. All right.
Nice meeting you, Elizabeth.
Nice to meet you too. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
So, Ellen, I'm so glad that you came on the Warriors Quest show tonight.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So much, Jared, for you and your team. I'm so grateful.
Let's do this, because again, I want hope. I want more of it. I want some more of it. Let's give you more of that, but let's have you. I'm going to give you a moment just to give some shout outs. Who would you like to shout out? Who would you like to say thanks and give some shout outs?
Big shout out to Roy, Amy, and Scott for the most incredible support. All my family and friends that are listening, I know you guys understand what I've been going through, so I appreciate you listening in and understanding what this has been like. It means a lot, it really does. It's not an easy journey. I know that we'll get there together. Find a kidney for all of us that are waiting, just like me. It's tough some days to say this is easy, and I don't know what transplant is all about, but I just know that it's a better way of life for all of us too. So, and thank you to Jared and your team for putting this together. I'm so grateful that we're able to do this. And to everyone that's listening, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So much.
Yes. By far and away, it's my pleasure. Again, I'm glad that you came on, and I'm glad that we're able to get your story told. So that
real quick, another shout out to the dialysis team at University City too. They're amazing. So.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you have such a good team over there.
Yeah, they're great. So
very nice. Well, thanks for coming on again. Okay, you're going to get the call. I'm hoping that we get the call because someone's watched this show, but even if they don't and they haven't, then at least we've been able to get more people inspired by your message.
Absolutely.
But I'm hoping that we can get it as broadcast and we can reach as many people as possible. But I need everybody's help to do that. But let's do this. Let's have renewed hope, because I believe that great things can happen for you, Ellen. Okay.
No, thank you, Jared. That's kind. I appreciate it, and you're awesome. And I can't thank you enough for this program. Met
You're
some
welcome.
people along the way, like Debbie, and I'm just so grateful.
We're a big family. We're here
too.
Yeah, we're a big family. And we're always here for you. Thanks again.
Appreciate it.
God bless. Have a good evening, okay?
Thanks. You too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. We have heard a pretty good story. Oh, my gosh. It's fantastic. All right. Ellen was our very, very special guest, a kidney warrior who's looking for a living kidney donor. All right. My co-host was spectacular. Again, Elizabeth Sterling is awesome. Please come together, share this. Don't be stingy. All right. I need your help to get the story out there. I'm thankful for your help, because without you, we can't spotlight these kidney warriors every week. They need a better chance to have a better quality of life. All right. And so we have this great, fantastic opportunity to do this every week. So please, let's come together. All right. Come together and let's do this. We can do great things together. Just click the share button. Don't be shy. All right, let's do this together. All right, thank you everyone for watching. Thanks, Angelo. Thank you very much, brother. All right. You inspired her last week. All right. Ellen was very inspired by your words, your feedback, and thank you for watching today and supporting Ellen. All right. And thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Lisa. I'm going to go through very quickly as many people as possible. Thank you, Esther Kinberg, for watching. Deanna Satterwhite, thank you for watching. I'm glad you're doing well. Hope you had a good birthday again. Lori Turek Capolari. We've got Roy, of course, Roy Dombro. Thank you for watching and supporting your wife and giving her everything that she has, because, man, I can only imagine. Thank you for being so good and providing such a good foundation of support. Susan Fisher Nathan, Venus Janice, hopefully I said that right, Valerie, and we've got Jay Gittleson. So many other people, and there are other people watching in watch parties. Anybody else that I left out, my apologies. Thank you for being so helpful to share this, for those that did share this, and for starting watch parties. All right, God bless. Have a great evening. I appreciate all of you very much. Let's keep doing this and spotlighting kidney warriors so they have a better chance for a better life. Thank you again. Have a good evening. Peace.